I would like to take a class for the students of Honours Part 3 of English Literature, and I will take the class on the definition of love, one of the most remarkable poems of Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell has written many poems. Some of his prominent or remarkable poems are To His Mistress, The Definition of Love, The Unfortunate Lover, The Garden, The Dialogue Between the Body and the Soul, such as. But two remarkable poems of Andrew Marvell are prescribed for the syllabus of Honours Part 3. And those two poems are To His Mistress and The Definition of Love. But today I would like to talk about the poem The Definition of Love with the main idea of the poem and also the message of this poem. From the title of the poem, we will clearly understand that the poet has given the definition of love in his own way. In the very beginning of the poem, the poet talks about the nature of his love for his beloved. And he claims that his love for his beloved is rare as well as strange. And as the love is pure and divine, and therefore it is unattainable. The love is begotten by despair upon impossibility. So the poet believes that his love for his beloved is based on despair, frustration, despondency, and impossibility or improbability. There is no possibility of the union between the poet and his beloved. And the fate is always hostile to the poet and his beloved, as their love is perfect, their love is true. If the two lovers are united, it means the futility of the power of fate. And so fate doesn't want that the true lovers will become united. Only the imperfect or the untrue lovers will be united, according to Andrew Marvell. Fate likes to place these two lovers to the distant poles, so that these lovers will never be united physically. Though they will remain always close mentally, but there will be no possibility of their union physically. If the poet likes to come to his extended soul, that is the soul of his beloved, but the fate with his iron wedges drives away or drives the lover away from the beloved. And the poet expresses his opinion, expresses his feelings that only in case of two things their love may be mature or may be fulfilled. One thing is that the giddy heaven, the giddy sky should have to fall down. And the other thing is that the plain sphere of the plain land the whole world will be transformed into a plain sphere or plain land. But these two things, that is the giddy heaven will never be fallen, and the whole world will never be transformed into plain sphere or plain land. And so the love between the poet and his beloved will never be united. And in order to talk about the impossibility of the love between the poet and his beloved, Matthew Arnold has taken the concept or has given the concept of two parallel lines. The two parallel lines may be infinite, side by side, but these two parallel lines will never be united. But two oblique lines will meet at every angle, in every angle. So the true love is like the two parallel lines, and the false love or untrue love is like the oblique lines. Untrue love will meet at every angle, but the true love will never meet in a single angle, though the line may be or lines may be infinite. So this concept has been given by the poet to talk about the infinity of their unfulfillment. But the poet, in the end of the poem, has tried to get some sort of consolation. The poet believes that their love, or the love between the poet and his beloved, is the conjunction of the mind, though it is the opposition of the stars. It means that there is the conjunction of the minds between the poet and his beloved. If their minds are not united, if there is no conjunction of the mind between the poet and the beloved, that love cannot be claimed to be true love. And so, it is clear to us there is the conjunction or the union of the minds between the poet and his beloved. But there is opposition of the stars. Fate is here represented through stars. Stars manifest the power of the fate, the position of the fate. Fate is always hostile to the lover and the beloved, and therefore the lover and the beloved will never be united as their love is true. But the false lover will have the opportunity to be united. Whenever, according to this definition of love by, Matthew Arnold, whenever we will find that two lovers are united, it is clear that their love was not true. And if their love was true, fate never lets them to come close. So actually, Andrew Marvell, as a metaphysical poet, influenced by John Donne, had attempted to write many poems on the theme of love. Though Matthew Arnold has also written many poems dealing with the theme of religion, such as The Dialogue Between the Body and the Soul is a poem in which Matthew Arnold has talked about religious subject matter. But unlike other, metaphysical poets like Henry Vaughan or George Herbert, Matthew Arnold focuses on the theme of love in his own way. In this poem, The Definition of Love, Andrew Marvell has treated the position or the subject of fate. There is the perpetual enmity between fate and true lovers. Fate never desires the union of the two perfect lovers. And that is, the focus of this poem, The Definition of Love. So the definition of love has given the definition regarding the love in a very much, pessimistic way, in a matter of despair or despondency. As we know, there are variations in the opinion regarding love. So here we get the definition of love by a poet who is very much frustrated in his love. But he has got the satisfaction in this connection that his love is of high standard, of high quality, of not ordinary type, not on the basis of vegetable love. Rather, there is the spirituality in the love between the poet and his beloved, and that is based on the union of the souls. And so, from this, satisfaction, the poet has got consolation in the end of the poem. Thanks to all of you for your patient hearing about the synopsis of the poem of the definition of love.